Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming tonight. I just wanted to give a big thanks to Maryville University for allowing me to bring this work forward to the public. A special thanks to the Department of Visual Art and Design. Thank you to all my colleagues who helped me produce the show, and especially the Regional Arts Commission for helping to fund the Where We Find Refuge project. And all my friends and families who said yes to this project. So thank you all so much for helping me create this work and get it in the community. I thought we would start the artist talk with this piece. This was the first photograph that I made with my first roll of film. So David Hanlon, my boss at STLCC, gave me a paper bag full of 120 film. And it was expired and somebody had given it to him, and he asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, yes. So with free film and the camera that my advisor had given me, my 120 Holga film camera, I started this project. And this was the first roll from that attempt that sort of helped me find my direction. I developed the roll of film and I photographed a student outside the classroom at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, where I did my master's. And then I went outside and I photographed the clover. You can kind of see the clover and the flowers starting to come up in the spring. And after I got this back from the darkroom, I realized, okay, I'm onto something here. I really saw myself in this girl. I wanted to be that girl and to be outside. I was, at the time, going to graduate school full-time in Illinois at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, and then I was also working full-time in St. Louis, and so I was living a very chaotic life. And I didn't really know what I quite wanted to do with this project, but I knew that I was on the right direction with this photo. And so I continue to make double exposures that you see in this exhibition using my 120 film camera. So I would take a picture in one time and space and then sometimes move to a completely different time and space and photograph another subject and layer them on top of each other in one negative. And as you can see from the show, they really make these very interesting relationships. If we look here at this one, the Into the Fog, we have a wonderful juxtaposition, layering of the trees and the fog and the mist and sunshine. So I was very happy with how they taught us about the land, took us to this magical, mystical place. And that's kind of what this show is about, is connecting with the natural world, and in particular, beginning conversations about the natural world, right? So a lot of you guys know I love nature, and I think that, you know, Mother Nature is speaking to us right now. We have an intense time of climate change. We see extreme weather patterns, and I think that we should listen to what she's trying to tell us, right? And I think it's kind of like when a kid is sick, right? When a child is sick, we nurture that child. We sit with that child while they're in pain. We nurse them back to health. And I think Mother Earth is in an intense time where she's kind of sick right now. She has a mass amount of pollution, and a lot of human intervention is causing her a lot of pain. And so I think we sort of need to sit with her in her pain and nurse her back to health. And so in this project, I sat with the pain of the earth, with my own physical pain as I was enduring endometriosis, and I tried to heal myself and then listen to what the earth was telling us. And I think if we can do that, we can begin to find solutions that are helpful in moving us forward in solving climate change. And so I wanted to direct your attention to a piece that I did 4 years later. This is kind of where I started. And then over here is 4 years later, a piece that I did in the Mill Creek sewer. This is where the Mill Creek used to go into the Mississippi. I like to say I was having a nice fun adventure down by the river, climbing in the sewers. And I photographed the water in the sewer. That's sort of the main lights that you're seeing here with these electric highlights. That's the water on the sewer floor, which you kind of see right here. And then shooting out, this is the Mississippi River. The two squares and rectangles are where the floodgates come down. And the Mississippi is particularly important to me because I am of the Mississippi. I grew up on the Mississippi. My family has had a boat on the Mississippi for 120 years. My great-great-grandfather was a steamboat captain. So you will see in my work, a lot of my photos have the water. It's a place that I go to connect to my ancestors and to really be with their strength and find strength and resiliency and what I need to move forward with anything that I'm struggling with. And so I want to kind of hold this as a sacred place for many people to enjoy in the future. And so that's why I have such a commitment to the environment, and you'll see a lot of water in my work. And you know, I think we have to think about that with climate change when we're talking about the future and what we can do. What I can do as an artist and an educator is vastly different than what an engineer or a politician could do. So I ask you to ask yourselves, what is it that you can do to maybe make a difference or contribute to the conversation or solutions on climate change? So that's what this show is about, is trying to bring awareness, get us to talk about environmental issues, get us to think about healing. I would love it if you guys would take some time to please look at the metamorphosis piece. I created the metamorphosis piece while I was dealing with endometriosis. I have suffered from endometriosis for 25 years. I undiagnosed for 25 years because it's a disease that takes decades for a diagnosis to happen because there's no treatment or detection or testing for it. And I made a lot of this work while I was sort of going through the riverbanks and forests to find healing in myself. And so I encourage you to sit with that piece. It's a triptych that shows my swollen belly from the disease that inflames my insides to 4 times the size of my belly whenever I have a flare-up. It's incredibly painful. I'm one of 20 million women in America that suffer from this. And so in these pictures, you'll see a double exposure. The middle one is even a triple exposure. And then the last piece is flowers coming out of my stomach because I had surgery and I found healing partners that were able to help heal me and bring me past the pain and suffering and step into transformation and gain the gifts of resiliency and strength through the process. So I use those things to pull them forward in my work. I think that's what we need when addressing environmental issues. Please take some time to look at that, and of course, come talk to me and share with me your experiences, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much.